Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome to week 4 of the 2025 Make It Your Way Crochet Along, where we are learning to make a beautiful stitch sampler blanket that you'll have the option of choosing a couple of different stitches each week and putting them together to make your own unique blanket. Today we have the Single Crochet Puff Afghan square from the Pumpkin Spice blanket. This is a wonderful square to work, same on both sides, front and back, and I really love the rhythm of the Single Crochet Puff Stitch, so it's a fun one to work with this beautiful thick texture. Today I'm going to be working with a medium or a worsted weight yarn. I've worked my blankets using the Pound of Love acrylic yarn by Lion Brand. There's just over 1,000 yards per ball of yarn for the whole blanket. I used about 4,000 yards. For the square today, we're going to need about 147 yards per square, or a total of 588 yards to make all 4 squares for your crochet along blanket. You're also going to need a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook and a copy of the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. I have linked them directly down in the description of this video. Also, if this is your first time hearing about the crochet along, there's a link down in the description that will take you to the introductory post, which will give you all the details. It's such a fun event, and I love seeing everyone's blankets coming together toward the end. So let's grab our hooks and yarn. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe. Take a look around. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Now our stitch today is worked in rows. I'm going to start by making a slip knot. Each of my squares in this blanket is measuring 12 by 12 inches. So to begin, I'm going to go ahead and chain 44 chains. If you wish to change the size of your square, you're going to need a multiple of 2 stitches. Today I'll chain 44. There's 20. $30. And there's 40 and 44. Once you have worked that foundation chain, you're going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the second chain from your hook. You're then going to work a puff stitch into that same chain. To work your puff stitch, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop. You're going to do that once more, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, and draw up a loop. You will have 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and draw through all 5 loops. That is your puff stitch. You're then going to skip the next chain and into your next work 1 single crochet, followed by a puff stitch worked into the same stitch. Skip the next stitch and single crochet. You're going to repeat this all the way across, work a puff stitch into the same stitch as your single crochet, skip the next stitch, and work a single crochet into your next, all the way across until you come to your final stitch where you're going to end off with 1 single crochet stitch. When you come all the way across, you're going to finish off your row with a single crochet worked into that final stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. We're now going to work more single crochet puff stitches for row 2. you're going to work a single crochet and puff stitch all into that first stitch. Just as you did before, skip the next stitch, into your next, work one single crochet and one puff stitch. Skip the next stitch, single crochet and puff stitch into the same stitch. Repeat that all the way across, ending off once again with your single crochet in your final stitch, chain one and turn your work. And as for the repeat in this square, that is it. You are simply going to repeat row 2 for rows 3 through to 29. And then at the end of row 29, meet me back here. If your square isn't quite the size that you are looking for, simply work more or less repeats of row 2. And then after that, we will work a simple edging together around our square just to finish it off. So go ahead, repeat row 2 until at the end of row 29 and meet me back here. Once you have worked through to the end of row 29, you're going to have a beautiful square of single crochet puff stitches like this one. We're now going to work a simple single crochet edging all the way around, which is going to make it much easier to join together when the time comes. So for our edging on our square, you're going to start in this first corner stitch and you're going to work 3 single crochet stitches. This will be the final single crochet on our final edge, plus 1 corner stitch and then 1 for this top side. You're then going to work 36 more single crochet stitches across the top. Now you will remember that we started off with a total of 43 stitches. So it does mean that as we are working across, we're going to be occasionally skipping a stitch to make sure that we have that total of 37 stitches across the top. You can change the number of stitches that you have across each of the sides on your square. Just remember that number because you'll need to change it on every square that you work for this crochet along. Otherwise, I am working a total of 37, so the 1 in that set of 3, then 36 more all the way across. That will bring me across to my next corner. Once you come all the way across, you're going to work 1 more single crochet to form your corner stitch. Turn your work so that you're working along this rough edge, and you're going to work 1 more beginning in the same stitch, and then 36 more across the rough side. So you'll want to have a total of 37 single crochet stitches all the way across. When you come to this corner stitch, work 1 in the corner, turn your work, work a total of 37 stitches across your bottom, 1 in the corner, and then 36 up until you come to your first stitch where you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top. So I'm going to continue all the way around working my single crochet stitches, and then I'll meet you back when I come back to my first stitch. Once you come all the way around, you're going to have a total of 152 single crochet stitches all the way around your square. You're then going to join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. You can then go ahead and fasten off, tuck in any tails that you may have, and then set the square aside. You're going to want to make a total of 4 of these squares for the crochet along, and set those aside until you're ready to crochet them all together. And that's all there is to working this wonderful single crochet puff Afghan square. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, while you're here, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you're getting the notifications for the squares that are yet to come. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.